So Rihanna just crushed it at the Super Bowl. Wasn't she amazing? I mean, she gave an incredible halftime show performance that was absolutely incredible, and did it while pregnant, and did it while suspended literally hundreds of feet in the air. Masterful, amazing job. Did you know that as incredible as that was, Rihanna is also a remarkable speaker, and I think there's some powerful things that we can learn by studying her presentation style. She's masterful as a business person, billionaire through her music as well as her cosmetic line and fashion, but she's also a remarkable stage communicator. Let's examine some of the things that she's done powerfully in this acceptance speech at the NAACP Image Awards, and let's talk about some of the masterful things that she does in this 2.5-minute presentation. Let's unpack it together.
Thank you, Derek, and thank you to the staff, board, and community of the NAACP, including all of you guys here in this room and everyone at home watching who's devoted their lives and efforts toward supporting people of color.
All right, so first of all, the first thing we can already appreciate is she took the time in the very beginning to honor and recognize the board, the leadership. She literally named out all the individuals that was responsible for this NAACP Image Award event taking place, and she took the time to define what the purpose and mission of the NAACP is, just in case there's people in the audience live in person as well as those watching who don't really understand the goal, mission, and objectives of the NAACP. That is so masterful that she started her presentation by acknowledging all the different individual parts that had to come together to make the event happen, and then also acknowledging the importance of and defining the importance of the organization overall. Masterful.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
So the audience wasn't sure whether that was a place for them to clap. So she said, yeah, go ahead, do that. In other words, she used her nonverbal communications skills. She paused. She took a little pivot from the mic to receive what was getting ready to come, which was the applause. And then she said, yep, that's cool. In other words, she knows she's leading the audience through this acceptance speech. But she gave them a moment to say, hey, listen, yes, you're allowed to clap. That was a great place to applaud. I even say it in my presentations. I say, that's a great place to clap right there. Or that's a powerful time to clap. Sometimes educating your audience as to when to clap, when to give you the reaction you're looking for is important in a presentation. Rihanna did it masterfully. Let's keep watching.
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this simple because tonight is not really about me, because the purpose is bigger than me, right? You know, it's not bigger than us together, but it's bigger than me because my part is a very small part of the work that's being done in this world and the work that is yet to be done.
So many clean things that Rihanna's doing here. She's like, my part, nonverbal communications, putting her hand across her heart like this. This is bigger than me, okay? The purpose of is much larger than me. Yes, I'm getting this award, but the purpose, the mission is a lot bigger than me. It's not bigger than us, which is brilliant. That was a nice dichotomy, meaning the collective is more powerful than any one individual, no matter how big this celebrity is. She's like, listen, we are more powerful than just I. I think that was beautifully stated.
I'm lucky I was able to start the Clara Lionel Foundation in 2012. And if there's anything that I've learned, is that we can only fix this world together.
Okay, so she says, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that we can only fix this world together. And notice how she said together. She said that intentionally to let everyone in the room know, no matter what your race, color, culture, creed, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, or sexual orientation, we can only fix this world together, right? I love how she enunciated each one of the syllables in the word together to basically say it takes a village. It takes all of us to do this. And then she was going to keep going in the presentation, but she got an applause for that. So she paused long enough to let the applause die down so that everyone hears what she's saying. Very, very intentional stuff. Rihanna's kicking butt. This is awesome.
We can't do it divided. I cannot emphasize that enough. We can't let the desensitivity seep in.
She said, we can't let the desensitivity seep in. And when she said seep in, she used her nonverbals again to go inward into her own body, right? And she's pausing for effect and letting the audience react to what she's saying. She's using pauses very intentionally in this presentation. She's doing a fantastic job. If you want to deliver an incredible acceptance speech or any speech or presentation, really commit to pausing more. Using the power of the pregnant pause is a game changer in your ability to deliver. And that was a great one-liner that she delivered. She knew it was powerful, so she paused for reaction. She got it.
If it's your problem, then it's not mine. It's a woman's problem. It's a black people problem. It's a poor people problem.
Her statement here is about how we shuck responsibility, basically, right? And so what she's addressing is, listen, as long as we call it a poor people's problem or a woman's problem or a black people problem or a Hispanic people problem or an Asian specific problem, we're never gonna heal, we're never gonna fix this because we're still not doing it together. We're still being very individualized and very isolated and very segmented about our process. And that's what she's looking to remedy with this presentation. Very well done.
I mean, how many of us in this room have colleagues and partners and friends from other races, sexes, religions? Show of hands.
How many of us in this room have partners and colleagues and friends of other races, other socioeconomic statuses, sexual orientation? Show of hands. She puts her hand up saying, hey guys, I want you all to raise your hand. Does that make sense? And as she leads the audience, watch what the audience does. Boom, at an acceptance speech. Look, Lizzo's doing it, right? So she got the whole room to actually raise their hands, and she's not singing. This act is called enrolling the audience. So anytime you want the audience to do something, as a speaker, it's our job to do it first. Okay, so if you want the audience to stand up, say, ladies and gentlemen, let's stand up right now, right? If you want the audience to raise their hands, say, ladies and gentlemen, or think about a time when. Does that make sense? When I say think about a time when, I'm now getting you to focus on, okay, go into your memory and think about, or feel what I mean in this moment. If I say feel what I mean in this moment, and I put my hand over my heart like this, I'm literally giving you permission to do the same. So if I say, put your hand over your heart and speak this affirmation, or raise your hand if that applies to you. That's exactly what Rihanna just did here. And she did a phenomenal job with enrolling folks, and she got a lot of people to respond.
Well, then, they want to break bread with you, right? They like you? Well, then, this is their problem too.
So when she said this is their problem, the problem of racial equality, the problem of the black issues in America is not just a black people problem. It's the problem of everyone that is connected to us in this specific instance. It doesn't matter whose presentation or what issues that they're talking about. What she's basically saying, she's using the black struggle in this example, but it could apply to anything. Does that make sense? So she's saying, if these people are friends of ours, they're colleagues of ours, and we're connected with, and they like us, and they trust us, and they spend time around us, then it's their problem too, regardless of their race or ethnicity. Very nicely done.
So when we're marching and protesting and posting about the Michael Brown Juniors and the Tatiana Jeffersons of the world, tell your friends to pull up.
Masterful. Oh, I mean, she said, listen, so when we're protesting and posting and marching and when we're doing all of the activism stuff for whatever the cause of the day is, and then she looked directly in the camera lens and in that amazing, so impactful Rihanna style, pulled that jaw back, brightened up those eyes and said, tell your friends to pull up. Clean, clear. Look at the reaction she's getting from the audience. Powerful.
Thank you to the NAACP for all of your efforts to ensure equality for our communities. Thank you for celebrating our strength and tenacity. We have been denied opportunities since the beginning of time, and still we prevail. So I'm honored. Imagine what we could do together. Thank you for this honor.
What a masterful Rihanna, I applaud you. I love it when influencers, celebrities, big brands take a pause from what we know them for to be masterful with speaking and presenting. I just think it's such an amazing opportunity when celebrities like this take a step aside from what we know them for and really educate us as to how brilliant and intelligent and articulate they are. And Rihanna did a phenomenal job, open body clothes in this presentation, continuing to point the focus back to the NAACP, the incredible mission of the NAACP, and how we could do so much more if we just would come together. That was the thesis of her entire acceptance speech, was the importance of inclusion, togetherness, and attacking issues as one human race. I think she did a phenomenal job with that. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for others like this so we can keep rocking and rolling. I love breaking down how influencers and celebrities say a lot in a short amount of time. See you in the next video.